president personally visited Facebook, one of the most successful startups in the country, and spent some time with founder Mark Zuckerberg on multiple occasions. Facebook is very successful, making more than $1 billion just in the U.S. last year. But instead of paying corporate taxes on that, it'll actually get a refund of $429 million.
It's interesting. Facebook had paid out a huge amount of bonuses to their corporate executives, and that greatly reduced their tax liability.
Facebook, because of its stock options tax breaks, is getting a refund from the federal government and of more than $400 million this year, and more to come in the future.
Why? Because it's deducting executive stock options given employees before the company went public last year. But Facebook actually has a lot more tax deductions to go. The group Citizens for Tax Justice reported the details.
And the employees cash in the stock options, and at that point, there's a tax deduction for the company, because even though it didn't cost Facebook a nickel, the government treats it as wages, and they get a deduction for it.
The company couldn't use them all at once, so it will use more in the coming years. $3 billion in tax breaks altogether, just the kind of thing the president says we should stop.
Save hundreds of billions of dollars by getting rid of tax loopholes and deductions for the well-off and the well-connected.
Well-connected could apply to Facebook. Aside from FaceTime with the president, Mr. Obama got $100,000 in campaign contributions from the company, 5 times more than any other candidate. The president has repeatedly gone after deductions taken by oil and gas companies for their business expenses, sharply criticizing them and calling for repeal. But he said little about tax strategies for companies like Facebook.
The president is very selective in the situations he points out to push his policy agenda. There are major problems with the corporate tax code that need to be addressed, but singling out the oil industry is not really going to help move the debate forward.
The president has lots of allies in California in the tech industry and the computer industry, and he may be a little nervous about taking them on.
Now, Facebook, which asks everyone to share, had nothing to share with Fox today when asked to comment on the report, which is based on its annual tax filings. Brett?